Hey guys, if you are stressing about what to serve for Easter dinner, I have got just the thing for you. It is my slow roasted lamb with a mustard tarragon sauce, caramelized shallots, and a Provencal style tomato. It is as easy as it gets, I promise. Let me show you how quick it comes together. So we are going to be working with a full rack of lamb, which typically will include 8 chops, but it's good to double check because I've seen some that sometimes have 7. I don't know why. So if you're feeding 4 people, it's really best to have 2 chops per person, so double check. You also want to make sure that your butcher can trim your lamb for you. So what you're looking for is a French trim or French cut, and what that will do is trim back the fat to also expose the little bones. And that will just make it easier to roast because you won't have a lot of fat to deal with, and it just looks prettier on the plate. So the day before, you can season your lamb on all sides with salt and pepper and some minced rosemary. And I find around the holiday time, fridge space can really be at a premium. So with something like this, I will just pop it in a resealable plastic bag, and it takes up so much less space in your fridge. Then about an hour or so before you plan to serve your meal, you want to brush off the rosemary because it's already really well seasoned at this point, and if you try to sear the lamb with the rosemary, it'll just burn and create not a good look. So it's good to just brush that part off. Then in a large skillet, you want to add a tablespoon of olive oil. And once that gets nice and hot and shimmering, you're going to place your lamb in and just sear it quickly on all sides. So you want to get the meaty side, the fat side, even the ends. And this should really only take 3 to 4 minutes. You're really just looking to sear the meat. We don't want to actually cook it this way. We're going to slow roast it in the oven, which is going to make it super tender. But the searing just helps lock in the flavor and will create a really nice exterior. Then once your lamb is all seared off, you can transfer that to a plate. And don't rinse out the pan because there's a ton of flavor in that pan between all of the lamb drippings and the olive oil. And we're going to use this to caramelize our shallots in. So you're going to be working with 3 whole shallots. So when you buy a shallot, there's actually 2 bulbs in there. So it's really like 6 bulbs. It may feel like a ton of shallots, but I tell you, the crispy caramelized shallots are the best part, and there's never enough. People always fight over the shallots. So you definitely want to use at least 3 whole shallots. And then you want to quarter them so that you have a nice flat cut side. And this is something you totally could get done the day before. You could peel your shallots, have them all cut, pop in a bowl, and have them ready to go. Then you're going to place your shallots cut side down in the hot oil and just let them sit there. Don't even touch them for at least 2 to 3 minutes. And then when you lift them up, you'll see they'll be a beautiful caramelized brown. And then just flip them looking for another cut side. And then once all your cut sides are caramelized, you can put them on their backs and then add a teaspoon of balsamic vinegar. And you can stir that all up and it'll create a really delicious, flavorful shallot that is going to continue to caramelize when we put it in the oven with the lamb. Now to prep the tomatoes, you want to just slice off the tops and then drizzle each one with a little bit of olive oil. And then in a small bowl, we're going to create a really delicious breadcrumb mixture. So I like to do 3 tablespoons of just plain breadcrumbs and 1 tablespoon of panko breadcrumbs. I think the panko gives it a little extra crunch and adds another interesting texture. And then you're also going to add half a teaspoon of herbs de Provence, a little salt and pepper to taste, and a tablespoon of freshly minced parsley. And then you can whisk that all up until everything is combined. And then you also want to add 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And you can whisk that up. And you'll see you have a nice wet crumb. Then we're going to place our tomatoes also on the sheet pan and top them with the breadcrumbs. Now we have our whole meal on this sheet pan. This is why I love this recipe so much. It is all ready to go, and you're gonna place it in a 325-degree Fahrenheit oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. So the real indication of when it's done is that the lamb has reached 160 degrees Fahrenheit. For me, that's the perfect temperature to serve lamb because it'll be just medium, so just pink inside, and it's also the perfect amount of time to soften those tomatoes so that they're nice and roasted and caramelize the shallots. See, it all works out perfectly. Now the trick with lamb is really to let it rest at least 15 to 20 minutes because it is so juicy that all those juices will just spill right out. You really want to make sure that it is perfectly intact. So I think 15 to 20 minutes is the way to go. But during that time, we can make our mustard sauce. So for the sauce, this is the decadent part. So a little goes a long way, but it is so good. We're going to use a cup of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard, 2 tablespoons of whole grain mustard, because it's really nice to have the combination of both. They both have slightly different flavors and obviously different textures, so I like to use both. And 3 to 5 dashes of Worcestershire sauce. And then after it starts to thicken a bit, you can then add your 2 tablespoons of freshly minced tarragon, which is a wonderful flavor combination against the mustards. Then you can leave your sauce just like this on a low flame while you carve the lamb. So to carve your lamb, you want to take it by the bones and place it upright. And then going in between each rib, take a sharp chef's knife and just slice it down the middle. And then you'll end up with all these beautiful little chops. And I say serve 2 to a plate, nestle in those caramelized shallots, and then one of those delicious looking tomatoes. And you will see you will have one fantastic and easy Easter dinner. Now for an easy dessert to pair with this meal, you can click this playlist here and that will take you to my 5 easy Easter desserts. And I'll see you over there. Until then, bye.